the blankets together so you can get across easier. You can hoppity bops. Come on, Gerry. You can do it. Good morning, Palin. Good morning, Carl. How are you both? How's it going? Come on, Gerry. You can jump. Good morning, Anho. What are you thinking, Gerry boy? You fancy an adventure today? Good morning, G-Folk. Good morning, Mazaira. How be do? How be do? Good morning, Rob. Morning, Genius. Baby bunnies. They are babies. I've had a bit of a morning, so I'm a bit like, oh. It's already been one of those days and it's only just begun. But that means it will get better, right? Right? Good morning, Kinetic. Did I miss Tiny Hamster? Yep, they are upstairs. They are so tiny, like so ridiculously tiny. Not you, Gerry, you're a big boy. But yeah, I will try and get photos of them. Oh, jeez, Fifi, sorry. Oh no. Oh, she ran the wrong way around my leg. Yeah, I am. Oh, Zara, thank you very much for the 28 months. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Good morning, Nick. The Omta is like so much tinier than I thought they were going to be, and I've tried to adjust, like when I know where they are, I'm going to try and adjust the tank a bit more. I was lying awake last night thinking, how can I make it so they can actually access everything? Because at the moment they are so baby, they couldn't even climb up on top of one of the hides where their wheel is, so I will have to move things around a bit. Cyan, thank you very much for the 28 months. Here's to another month of pain to make sure Gerry and Fifi can go to university. Hello, Stairs. Yeah, good morning, Hanny. So I will have to have a move around, but it'll be nice when I can, because like they are very. Yesterday was obviously a very big day for them. Morning, lazy butt. So I'm just leaving them alone for like a couple days to settle in. How many homes are there in the house? We've only just got the one. Alex, thank you very much for the 13 months. Hello, hope everyone is having a wonderful day. And you too. Morning, Hansan. But when I went to pick up the hamster yesterday, so it sounds like absolute chaos. There were 5 babies that were meant to come over from an accidental litter, but this was the second accidental litter, and one of the other babies from it had got in the bag as well when they were transferring them. It just sounds like just hamster babies everywhere from this situation. So I don't know if one of those ones is getting rehomed as well, or if they're keeping that one. Good morning, Xander. There's just, a little stowaway in the bag. So there's definitely the 5. I think I was the first to pick up one of the babies. And we went in, well, I went round and they were like, these are the 2, like the living room was literally filled with tanks, and they were like, these are the 2 that I'm fostering, like adult hamsters from before. One of them is the one that cat brought in, and then it was like the rest is just all tiny babies, and she was like, they're all asleep, and it's just gonna have to be a case of whichever one we can find first is the one that you take with you. So she said, I think this one has a little box that they sleep in. So I'll check that box first. And they weren't in it was like a little tofu box. And they weren't in there. But they were like sleeping underneath the box. So she lifted up the box, checked the box, it wasn't there. And then she like, I looked down and there was just like a little face peeking up, just like, hello. So she scooped them up and got that one. But yes, tiny little baby. So I took that one back. And honestly, they are so small. The entire way home, I was so worried that they were going to get out of the carrier and I would never see them again. Like once they're in the tank, I was like, thank goodness. They are just the tiniest little thing I've ever seen. So yeah, oh my goodness. It's going to be... And then I was like, what if they can't do this? Like I've had to replace the their water bowl. They are so small that the tiny little water bowl that I got for Squeak, I was like, I'm worried that they could actually get in this and not be able to get out. So I've had to replace their water bowl with just like a little saucer. So I know that they can get out again if they fall in. They're so tiny. So tiny. But at least they are going to get a bit bigger. Fingers crossed. They can't reach the water bottle that I have for them. So I'm going to have to come up with a solution for that as well. One for you. But yeah. There is one little video on Buncord. I've not managed to get any photos yet because my friend very kindly took me there in exchange for I got dinner. So then we sort of put the Hompter in and then I went and we had dinner together, which was very nice because I hadn't seen them in months. So yeah, I didn't get any photos yet, and then I just didn't see the little bean for the rest of the night. But I can tell that they have been awake throughout the night because I smoothed over the sand and there are tiny little footprints running around in the sand. So I'm like, okay, they got up at some point. They were there. Good morning, Joe. So yeah, they have been. No, we didn't get pastan. We got Chinese, which was very nice. The pellet dust, cousin will get that. I mean, Fifi's having a heckin' good go at it, but eventually the little robot vacuum will come and scoop all of that up. Without worries. There you go, Fifi. There's an actual crunchy bit. But she's like me. I lick the plate when I'm done as well. So I guess she's just, this is the bunny equivalent. It's like that poem. And when there was one set of feet sprints in the sand, that is where the hams ran around. Yes. But at the moment, I don't know if they're a little boy or girl. They are just a little hom. That is all I know. Morning, Striker. As for names, I'm going to do an announcement in the Discord later. But the rescue... Oh, well done, Fifi. Oh, good stretch. Good stretch. But the rescue are doing a thing where basically you do a donation and you get to suggest a name and they will pick the name later. So I'll put all the details for if anyone does have a name that they want to suggest, you can do a little donation for the rescue and your name might have a chance of being selected. So yeah, I hope we make hom hom with. So then yeah, I will be told what the name of my little baby is. Can I enter multiple times? I don't know. I'll have to read through the thing again. I don't know if you could like make a... I mean, if we all have a name that we want, we can all put them through. But I guess it might be that I don't know how they're going to choose which one is which. Whose names is whose. Reverend, thank you very much for the 32 months. Praise King Gerry. He is a very good boy. Short King, as Alex calls him. But yes, I will put the details for that in the Discord later. My morning has been, so I got woken up by a text from my bank saying a payment of this much is going to come out today. You have until 2:30 to make sure you have enough in your account. And it was basically the HMRC direct debit that they had told me hadn't been set up, had been set up, and is coming out today, when they told me, there was no record of it having been set up. They never confirmed all of this stuff. So I called up and confirmed that I have already paid, and they were like, yeah, you've already paid your tax bill. Well, that's fine. And then they put me through to the HMRC like direct debit thing, and the guy told me off for having not cancelled it sooner, and I was like, I literally found out about it today. There is no way I could have cancelled it any sooner than, like, did you want me to cancel it before I knew it existed? But yeah, so they've tried to cancel it, but they're basically like, it might come out, and then you'll just have to apply for it to be paid back in. So I had to go around all of my savings accounts and like PayPal and everything, and just transfer all my money into my account just so I would actually have enough to cover it. But that's how I spent my morning. So yeah, dear oh dear. But the other good news, well, the good thing that did come of this is basically they told me, you owe this much. You'll owe this much in the morning. You'll owe this much in January, and so you haven't actually paid it. No, I've already paid my tax bill. So basically what happened on the day I tried to pay it, I tried to set up a direct debit. The website crashed twice and said that it hadn't gone through. So I was like, do you know what? I'm just going to do a one-off payment. So I paid it, and I was like, there you go. Tax bill done. Don't have to worry about it anymore. And then today they text to say, we did set up the direct debit and you're going to pay twice. I was like, okay, that's nice of me. So that's where it's come in. So as far as I was concerned, I was like, because they were like, you've got a payment in January and a payment in July. So I was like, do you know what? I don't want to have to worry about July. I'm just going to pay it all off. So I paid the entire thing. And then I got, it turns out, because when I went into my thing today to check if I could cancel the direct debit that didn't exist on my account, they were like, oh, you're going to owe this much in July. And I'm like, so they just changed the total and didn't tell me and decided that I owe more. And I was just like, what? But not only do I owe more, they also had a message in there saying, you've overpaid by this much. So I'm like, you've literally changed the total 3 times in the time that I've paid it. Why? Why would you do this? Because they're like, okay, you've paid it. No, you've overpaid. No, you owe more. Like, okay. So, good morning, Koo. So yeah, that's how my morning has gone. But at least now it gave me a reason, because in my mind I had ticked that box and it was done and I didn't have any more to pay in July. So I guess it is good to know that I do have more to pay, and so I don't miss that payment sort of thing, because that would have been a bit stinky if I had of. Good morning, Steve. Tax often seems to be a game of what number am I thinking of? Yeah. How much do you want me to pay? How much do you think we want you to pay? No, just tell me. Because especially when you're self-employed, they do this thing of like, because you can calculate how much you owe, obviously, but then they do this thing where they're like, we're going to take a rough guess at how much we think you're going to earn next year and also make you pay half of that. But there's literally no way you can calculate that. So they do just come up with a spurious number and decide that you now owe that in July. So yeah, it is a very odd system. You have to pay in July. Yeah, goodness knows how much that's gonna change by the time it actually gets to July. It is a taxing tax system. Why it be do? But I now have, good morning, Hamish. I now do have enough in my account to cover it, should it happen today. But I've tried to cancel it through my bank and through HMRC. So hopefully it'll be okay. Fingers crossed. But yes. Scary times. I miss the days when I was freelance but did PAYE jobs. So I would always get money back from tax every year. That was a lot more fun. Have to say, claiming tax back is more fun than paying taxes. But sadly, that's not how it works anymore. But yeah, fingers crossed it's all sorted. And if it does come out, I guess if it does come out, I can just claim back all but the amount I owe in July, and then I guess I don't have to worry about it. But then again, what if they change it? Who knows? Who knows? Self-employment is only for the rich. I would know many streamers who would disagree with that. Many. I mean, it is butts. A lot of people, I think, do choose to get accountants because of this reason of it being a ball ache. But yeah, it is a faff. But there's the guy who taught me how to swim when I was a child. He apparently doesn't work in January. He takes the entirety of January off, and his reason is it's to work out his tax bill. It's to pay his self-assessment. And I'm like, in a way I see why. In another way, would it make more sense for you to just work for the month and hire an accountant and save yourself the worry instead of having to take the entire month off? I'm sure it would cover it. But yeah. Dear oh dear. Dear oh dear. And my tax blooming calculation is going to be even more complicated next year. When did I learn how to swim? Oh. I don't know. I'm trying to think when we started. I guess when I was about 6 or so. I don't know. My primary school had a swimming pool. So I would have learned then. But it's one of those things that not in a January, so that's true. Lee, thank you very much for the 37 months. It's one of those things that I guess because I've just known it for so long, I can't pinpoint when I was actually taught, sort of thing. Because just sort of have always known in my mind. But I guess there must have been a point when I first went in a swimming pool, but I don't know when that was. Yeah, I was very lucky that we had that. Oh, big yawn. Because I don't think many primary schools would have had. I think it was basically that I grew up in a new town, so they thought, it was what they said off, like, this is what the ideal place is going to be like, and this will have a swimming pool, and this will have this, but yeah, it was, new town is in new metal. No, just a very baby town. My town only turned 100 4 years ago. It's a little baby town for babies. So Rafik, thank you very much for the 45 months. Where are you driving? Where are you going? Get back here. So yeah, I think it just meant that when they built things, they tried to make them like everything was very planned rather than having been like jumbled together. But good morning, Sam. I'm having a one-off lesson at another school, which I found out is the school from Bluey. Ah, that's cute. But yeah, it wasn't a posh school. It was a very lovely school. Don't get me wrong. I was very lucky to go to that one, but yeah, in no way was it one of the posh schools. I can't even think of any posh primary schools in Hertfordshire. I know there's like fancy secondary schools, Gerry, where you get, there's all like the ones where you have to wear blazers. And do you get posh primary schools? Surely there's only so much you can learn in a primary school anyway. Hello. Hello. You do? I just can't think of any. But maybe in places like St Albans there were fancier schools. Not where I'm from though. Didn't get the fancy schools around there. People used to have to get the bus out of town to go to the fancy schools if you wanted to go somewhere posh. Definitely posh ones with ties and stupid hats. Aww. There's a prep school for local private secondary school in my area. Oh. As long as your primary school serves vegan my primary school didn't even give you vegetarian food, let alone giving you vegan food. I had to bring in a packed lunch because they didn't even know what vegetarian meant back in those days. Their idea of giving me veggie food was they tried to scrape tuna out of a tuna sandwich and say that I should eat that. And I was like, no. Morning, Ted. So yeah, from then on it was packed lunches. Ted, are there any posh primary schools in our area, back where we're done from? Because I can think of the posh secondary schools in Hearts. Like, isn't there one that's called like Dame Alice Owens or something? That sounds pretty fancy. I remember people having to get the bus to that one. But I can't think of any posh primaries. Half the time veggie meals for kids are fish. Yeah, that was the problem we had back in the 90s. Definitely were public primaries. I guess I just never knew about them. I guess when you're in primary school, you don't really know anyone else because your entire social circle is who you're at that school with. So I guess you don't really know, like, kids that went to other schools. So I can't think of any that I would have known. Good morning, cow. But yeah, hello. There are public secondary schools down the road from our school too. Yeah, I remember there being like posh secondary schools, but not ours. Morning, Ancastasia. I imagine posh primaries. Yeah, they've got fancy circles of their own. Then again, I did actually know kids from other schools, a other school, when I was in primary, but only because my dad was the head teacher of that school. So I knew those kids as well, the ones that were my age. But yeah. You changed your mind. You went in, you went out. Hello. Apparently that school near us was also primary age too. I guess I just remember that like there were it's like that really weird feeling when you're going from like when you know which school you're going to out of primary school and all of a sudden all these kids that have been your entire like if you have a birthday party, it's just the people that were from your primary school class, regardless of how well you knew each other. It's just those are the only people that you knew. They were the ones coming. And then all of a sudden you're going off to other places. And it's just such a weird feeling when you all find out who's going to your school and who you're likely to never see again. And yeah, it's an odd day. That one. Where did you go, Fifi? Where did she go, Fifi? How have you... Oh, there you are. Yeah. Oh my gosh, haberdashers, of course. Fancy. You can tell the fancy schools by their fancy names. I think pretty much all of my primary school class, well, I'd say like 70% all went to the same secondary school as well. There was only like a few who went off to the other ones. I remember when one of my friends who did go to a different school, and we were like best friends in primary school, and then all of a sudden she went off to a different school and we got a new house phone. And I remember trying to call her on the new house phone and being like, I'm going to keep in touch. And I tried her number, which was speed dial 8, and it didn't call her. And I was like, well, we will never talk again. Because that was the only way I knew how to phone. Speed dial 8. I just assumed that was her number on every phone ever. But it's not that sad a story. We follow each other on Instagram now. But I never did see her in person again. But I see what she's up to on Instagram. But yes. Having to remember your friends' numbers really kept a lid on how many friends you could actually have. Yeah, like we did have, I guess we did have the yellow pages back in those days. I remember there used to be this girl who my friends were friends with. I didn't really know her that well, but she was really tiny, and this is when I was about 16, and she used to wear really brightly coloured, like she could fit into children's raincoats. So she would wear brightly coloured raincoats. So her name was Katie Raincoat, because that's what everyone called her. And everyone was going around to hers, and I suddenly realised, like, oh, I never, like, looked up where she actually lives. So I looked her up in the yellow pages under raincoat. And I was like, oh, hang on. That's not her surname, is it? I think I did eventually find out where I was meant to be going, but I was like, oh, this doesn't work. Fifi. It's funny how you don't really get landlines anymore. Like, I suppose we must have one in this house. Like, if we were to get a phone, I guess this house must have a number associated with it, maybe. But because I don't know if we get one with our internet or something like that, but we just don't. We don't have one. But I was thinking about it yesterday because I came through the front door and nobody calls it. No. Oh, is it F? Uh-oh. Fifi. Hello. Hello. A small F. We back. Nice. I should stop lying on the floor again. Uh-oh. Hello. What you been doing, baby? You in a sausage mood today? Hmm? Lim, 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 lim. I don't know what to do today. I've for so long had so many little jobs to do in between streams, like doing the recipe videos and stuff. And I think today is the first day where, other than, you know, trying to deal with the stress of HMRC existing, I don't really have a job to job. I've done my vlog. I've done my clips video for yesterday, so I'm just like, huh. Oh, I do need to decide whether to... Sorry, I got distracted. Jerry's throwing the box around. I do need to decide whether to do Skyrim today or whether to do some Next Fest games. And I also need to decide or find an alternative to Zoom calls, because some people that we're... Good morning, Bob. Oh, a boy. Some people that we're recording a podcast with were like, can you record over Zoom? And I was like, yeah, that should be fine. And then I looked it up, and Zoom costs £129. And I was like, I can't record over Zoom. I've just paid my tax bill twice. So, good morning, Link. So yeah, I might need to come up with an alternative and see if they're happy with it. Was that a binky? Did I just see a binky out the corner of my eye? Huh, Fifi? Oh. Zoom does have a free tier, but you can only have a 40-minute call, and we record for an hour. So, unfortunately, it would be somewhat into... Where are you? Where are you? Where are you going? We normally do record over Discord, but I asked the guests if they were happy to use Discord, and they were like, no. So yeah, I need to find an alternative. But there's something that we've recorded on before. When Kirsty and I did the trolley problem recording, when we were on that podcast, we oh, Jerry's having fun over there. We did we used some website that was really good. Zoom is only €15 a month. See, for me, when I tried to sign up to it, it was like it's either free or £129 a year. That was like the next tier up. And I was just like, can I not pay monthly? Do I have to pay for the entire year? So I don't know if maybe you have to sign up to that one and then cancel it or something. But yeah, Telegram is a good choice. Had to toggle it to switch between monthly and... okay. That might be possible then. C'est possible. Because I guess it is one of those things that we do try to do whatever the guest is most comfortable with. But hello. Oh. Hello. That was a good boing. Do you have good boing? You want to go upstairs, don't you? She wants to go galumphing upstairs. She was, oh my gosh, Fifi was making me laugh so much yesterday. Wait, is that true? Does only the meeting host have to pay? Can everyone else join? Can you join for like a full hour even if you've not got a free, if you've got a free thingy? I do not know how Zoom works. I think we tried it once at the beginning of COVID for like a family call and then never again. Only the meeting host has to pay, yes. Well, that could be good. Maybe that could work then. I just don't know. I just don't know. Why can't everyone just have Discord, eh? Yeah, maybe we can use Zoom. If it makes guests happy, I'm happy too. But where'd she go? There she go. Oh, Fifi. Ginge, thank you very much for the 26 months. Hang on a minute. A Fifi went in and a Gerry came out. Yeah, thank you, Ginge. That is very kind of you. My goodness. Why can't everybody just have Telegram, mate? I'm guessing that's different to what I think a Telegram is, because that would take quite a long time if we did the podcast over that. I'm gonna give the bunnies there. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'd knocked something down, Gerry. It's okay, don't tell anyone. No one has to know. Nobody has to know. I will give you your your joint support tablets. My friend came over yesterday and she was like, can I give the bunnies a treat? And I looked over and she'd picked up these and I was like, don't give them any more of those. They've already had them for today. Okay, little shark boy. There you go. Oh my goodness. You're eating my hair. Oh, baby boy. I'm trying to... Oh, can't get far enough away with the phone. Ooh, tummy rumble. There you go, baby boy. You don't know how to get down now, do you? No. Hello, Fifi. Don't you get up as well, Fifi. Where are you going to? Oh? You're gonna get down? There we go. There we go. Well done, baby boy. Well done. Good work. I mean, his joints must be okay. If he can do that. I get that when I walk Charlie, other dog walkers get a treat at their pocket and say, can he have one? It's like he's already seen it. Yeah. He's already anticipating. Bunny kisses are the best. They're so soft. Thank you, Gerry, for demonstrating how wonderful and soft your kisses are. Blip, 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 blip. You can have your treat soon as well, if you'd like. I was talking to so the two friends who came over yesterday were the people I used to work with at the vet, and one of them, their doggo is already 10. One of them, their doggo turns 10 in like 2 weeks. And then I was saying, like, Gerry turns 10 in September. We were like, oh, we've just all got these old boys. We were just looking at, I was showing how, like, Gerry has his little grey patches now. My friend was showing me her, it's a black lab. So you can see he's got like a little salt and pepper chin now. I'm only joking, Gerry. You're just a little baby. Did the bunnies kiss Alex as much as they kiss you? Fifi does a little. She's sort of like, when he's cuddling Gerry, she'll run over and give him like little kisses and then run off again. I don't think he really sits still long enough for Gerry to give him the full kisses treatment. You're getting a kitten next week. Ah. I have a 10-year-old mini lop and lost my French lop who was 10 years. Oh, who was 10 a year ago. Oh, bless. How long do bonnos? It depends really. On the breed and such. But I think usually like, well, for a while 8 to 10 was the expectancy. Whereas I think now that, you know, bunny care has got a lot better, they can say like 10 to 12. But it does depend on the breed. My spaniel pulled it as 13 and she's still as enthusiastic as she was when she was a pup. Ah. Oh, bless. My last bunny lived to 9, nearly 10. Oh, little cuties. I think my childhood bunny got to 9, and we did like everything wrong with him, to be honest. Like, I think he would have, eventually he escaped out of the garden. So it could be that he actually, maybe he lived in the woods next to the house for many years to come. Maybe he's still there to this day. But yeah, he did really well, considering, like I say, we literally never took him to a vet. And he free roamed in the garden all year round. And we gave him the wrong food. And he just... Did he actually escape, or did your parents tell you that? He so we were having the fence replaced in the garden, and one of the people who was doing it left it open and he got out, sadly. We were used to him getting out. He used to get into the neighbour's garden all the time. But yeah, this was the wrong side and he got out. We never saw him again. For a while we were worried that one of the people had stolen him. Maybe. But I guess we never know. We will never know. So I'll just go into denial and to tell myself that he lived happily for 20 more years. And he was fine. But yeah, he was 9 then. We had a lovely holiday. But just little guy. He was a little guy actually. He was a Netherland dwarf. He was a tiny little boy. But I guess it's also just like with Genevieve. Like, we think that she was 5, obviously with like a lot of health problems and stuff, but She could have actually been way older because she was a stray. I mean, she could have been 10 or so because she always acted like an older bunny. But yeah, I guess Gerry is the only bunny that we've had that we'll ever know for sure, like how old he is. Same with the little hamster, like the other two hamsters I've had, where I've looked after. Absolutely no idea. Pure guesswork. Whereas this sort of one, I guess we can actually pinpoint. They were 4 weeks old yesterday. What kind of hamster? They are a Rabrovsky. The tiniest of beans. Gerry, I'm going to give you your treat. Oh my gosh, just the sound of me taking the bowl off the table and Fifi's just like, what was that? Careful with those flicky feet, Gerry. There's a little stick left, Fifi. There we go. Oh, I wish I had some sourdough. Oh. That's my conclusion at the end of that. I wish I had a nice loaf of sourdough and awesome crumpets. I'm really jonesing for sourdough. It's probably on horse fault. Your sourdough will work out, Anhel, don't worry. It was your first try. You can't expect to get it first try. And just how satisfying it will be when you get a good loaf. We do want to start making it, but I've not bought any of the ingredients, truth be told. Such a good bread pep talk, yeah. You're gonna get there, I believe. You're gonna have a good loaf. Do you know what, Anhel? You're gonna live, love, loaf. You're starting from scratch again. Aww. It'll be, oh my gosh, I remember when Ted used to stream all those many moons ago. Why don't you do it? And you, Rob. You did one the other week. Oh. Ooh. Oopsie. I was there, I was just shy. You played a game and said words. Probably. It's on the tip of my tongue. I was full of cold and talked about politics. Oh, that's nice. Well, why don't you go live now? I can raid you. And you can do the same again. But better. Dwarf. Oh. But yeah, I would like to do a sourdough because the idea of just being able to have sourdough like all the time is just the dream. But yeah, I need to maybe that. Well, how much do you need to tend to your baby sourdough? Because if I'm going on holiday, if I'm going away for 2 nights, can I leave my sourdough? I fed it once a day, took like 5 minutes. Okay, so maybe, is that forever? Or is that just, like, once you have a sourdough baby, is that just your life? Do you have to, it can be forever if you want. Oh my gosh. What, every day? Feeding it every day? You must feed him. If you're away for 2 days, you can put it in the fridge. Okay. Maybe I should start it when I get back from holiday. Because you only fed yours weekly. Is Arnold just like a first-time parent all worried? New job unlocked. Sourdough sitter. Oh my gosh, yeah, if I start it, would you come over and feed the sourdough, Arnold? And the bunnies and the hamster. Don't you have to like throw half the baby out or something? You will carry it around in a papoose. This is my sourdough. My little sourdough baby. Can we get close to these buns? Eepy boy. Eepy bum. I mean, maybe I could start one, because Alex will still be here. I'm going away on a ladies' holiday, so Alex could feed the sourdough. If he's, if he's already feeding the buns and the hunter, maybe he could feed sourdough too. I swear Silas has made sourdough before. Maybe I could ask him about it. Oh, I've just made myself so hungry. Sourdough is just my favourite bread. I think when I was little, it used to always be poppy seed or sesame seed bread. Whereas now it's sourdough. Oh yeah, what do you actually feed it? What does it eat? Do you just like sprinkle flour on it or water? Or what do you do? What do you actually, what do you do to it? You do give it flour. The bread. Oh no. Is it a cannibal? Equal parts flour and water. Ah. And do you like mix it in, or do you just like paste it on top? A little bit of pizza. Gerry, you cannot eat pizza. You're a bunny. I know. Bless he. Bless he. Discard some of the original starter. Pancakes are very nice, and replace it with the flour. So, what do you do with that bit? Do you make it into a, can you make it into a teeny tiny loaf? Or do you just throw it away? You make a bread. If Rex rabbits are female, does that make them vagina? Maybe. You can throw it away, but you can use it for stuff. What sort of stuff? Bread? Why is sourdough so complicated? If you want it for bread, it needs to be activated, which I don't think mine was. Oh, how do you activate it? Is it like a winter soldier? Do you just have to like say the right words? And all of a sudden it's good to go? Spring onion pancakes, that sounds nice. It sounds very nice. It activates itself. Ah, not like me. Be more sourdough. Once I sit down, that's it. That's it. Here, activate, I think, robot. Yeah. You can put it in water and it floats if it's activated. Oh. Oh. She flop. She stretch. She flop. Look at her. What a little lady. I mean, it does sound very nice. It sounds like a lot of work, but also like it. I mean, the best sort of project that you can have is a project that you get bread at the end of. So it does sound worth it. Even my failed loaf tastes nice. Maybe I should give it a go. So I guess I have to get bread flour and yeast. Yeast? Like Anhel did literally send me a thing of how to do it. So I should read that. I shall read it. All-purpose flour. Oh. All-purpose. I don't think I have any flour at the moment. I think I used up so much flour doing my veganuary videos. I think all of these ingredients in the cupboard, they're usually just sat there for ages and they're like, wait, are we actually being used? What the heck? The sourdough starter is the yeast. Oh, okay. Okay. Ideally find a friend to give you a bit of theirs. Anhel. Anhel, can I have some of your baby, please? Once you've had a baby, give me a bit of your baby. Ted. Can you fish it out the bin? I'll adopt your cast aside baby. But you're making another one, aren't you? And a bit of grated apple peel to start it off at the very beginning. Ooh. What does that do? What is the science? It will have wild yeast. Oh. Wait, what? I can't tell if this is a joke anymore. I'm so confused. Do I have to give you some of mine? Yes. Send me your babies. Bread babies. Yeah, poor Anhul's sourdough baby just cast away because of one little loaf. You're making an environment for yeast to grow. Oh, so wait, are you trying to do like a culture? Are we penicillining it? Is this like Bart Simpson's tooth? Is this what we're doing? Or was it Lisa's tooth? I can't even remember. Are we making our wow. It's fermentation. Why is that such a sentence? It's fermentation at the end of the day. Cat nerd. Oh, dear, oh dear. Lisa's tooth had the city in it, yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess it's time to run away and raid someone. And I'm just gonna, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I'll find a way to, I'm sorry, Arnold. It was just the way you worded it. Oh, you can rate yourself. Oh no. Where should we go to? Should we go to? I don't even know. Go to Jay and Viz? Is it only Tuesday? How long has this week been going on for? Yes, I will do a post. That's what I'll do. I'll do a post about the hom naming, and you can all donate as much as you want and suggest as many silly names as you want, so long as you donate, it's fine. But yes, I guess I'll. I don't know. All I can think about is going to the shops and getting sourdough. Home cruise. Oh no. Well, oh my gosh, I just realised when you say hom tank, like put them in the hom tanks, that's like Tom Hanks, but not. Anyway, sourdough, oh, could be a good name. I wanted to call them lint because they look like a little bit of dust. But everyone, have a lovely rest of your day. I'll be back at 2 for some Skyrim. Look after yourselves, or Steam Next Fest games, maybe, I can't decide. But yes, look after yourselves and be good, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye bye everyone. Be good. Be good. Look how long Fifi is. Long. Look at her. Beautiful long. Don't know if you can see her tail. Her long tail. Finger for reference how long her tail is. So long. They gone? So long. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye. Hello Gerry. Bye bye.